you might as well just throw your camera in the trash. I hate to say that, but in 2026, where's there room for the true filmmaker? There's been a large influx in demand on speedy content, authentic content, non-performative content, and I put quotation marks for a purpose. Um, but where does the true filmmaker stand in this lane? You go out, you spend thousands of dollars on new camera equipment, lenses, only for it to be outperformed by somebody who couldn't even start the camera using an iPhone. Now, this is no knock against the modern day content creator, right? But there's a difference between a filmmaker and a content creator. And in my personal opinion, content creator does not equal filmmaker, but filmmaker equals content creator because you can step into both lanes. Um, at this moment, I'm shooting on a red Komodo 6K. And the crazy part about this is, and it's sad to say, but I've even seen my iPhone footage outperform some of the curated footage that I put together. So that leads me to the question, does true filmmaking skills matter? Let's get this clear. Raw does not mean authentic. Just because you shot it on your iPhone, just because you did not care about the quality of the imagery, does not mean it's authentic. Because we're in a stage where people are performing authenticity. Because what about us creators, right? I'm talking specifically to us creators. When we're creating, when we're curating, when we're putting together a beautiful piece of work, that's our authentic selves. That's us being true to ourselves. Inauthenticity would be us adjusting to the algorithm and letting an algorithm dictate how we create. Now, I'm not going to say that shooting images on your phone, and the iPhone does take great imagery. I'm not taking away from that. I shoot on my iPhone. And I've even seen work outperform on the iPhone as opposed to my Red camera that I'm shooting with now. But will it sustain the hands of time? Maybe, maybe not. But I'd much rather put emphasis and time into the craft that I spent years into curating a pretty beautiful image. Does that make me inauthentic? No, because it's still me. I don't care if I'm shooting a commercial. I don't care if I'm shooting a short film. I don't care if I'm shooting a comedy skit. It comes from something within me, whether I wrote it, whether I'm filming it. It's a piece of me that I took out time to curate and tap into. So it's always going to be an authentic side of me. But for the people that are performing authenticity, saying this is raw so it's real, that's where that goes into. Let's speak about this. The ceiling of entry has been lowered. Anybody can buy a 6K, 4K camera these days. Everybody has quality, right? Anybody can get in front of the camera and just talk about a regurgitated hashtag and trending topic, right? But right now, where are the true creators? They're still out there. They're still curating great projects. The audience just has changed. And I will say, at this point in time, I'd rather have an authentic audience than a massive audience of people who expect me to keep up with an image that I don't want to keep up with, nor would I be able to authentically keep up with. So the creators are still there. I feel like the true creatives will sustain through the hands of time, surpass the hands of time. But I do think that there's a time and place for raw. because sometimes I want to get out a quick thought. The iPhone does the job. Sometimes there's a message that's more important than the imagery. That's when those things come into play. But does that negate the fact that a beautiful image still is pleasing to the eye? Creating it is still a pleasing and appealing to my creative nature? Yes. Is it for everybody? No. I mean, we live in a world that's looking for dopamine rushes and dopamine hits. So I get it. It's changed. But that does not take us out of the picture. What it does is it actually makes those who stay true to curating beautiful imagery that much more special, because now you're a diamond in the rough. But that doesn't take away from the fact that you're still a diamond. So am I throwing away my camera in 2026? No. And should you? No. I truly believe that cinematic work builds authority, and the raw work builds relationship. And what I mean by that is that people are capable of seeing what you can really do in the extent that you're capable of doing. And that builds a respect factor. Like, oh, he's a professional. Oh, he's very good at what he does. And they know that you're capable. So you're able to turn that switch on at any given time. But then also, those intimate moments when people want to feel like they're there with you, that's when you build that community, that rawness becomes the connective tissue to your audience. So what I say is master both. Now, we do live in a world where the reality of it is not everybody's going to do that. And like I said, that's what makes the true filmmaker that much special. So going forward in the future, I just say keep creating, keep being authentically you, and don't let your life be dictated by an algorithm. The true creators are still desired. There are still people waiting to learn from you. There are still people waiting to collab with you. And there are still people waiting to see the great work that you put out. My name is Press. If you haven't liked or subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. There's a lot more content coming, a lot more work that I want to show with you guys, share with you guys, but I want to build with you guys as well. And also, leave feedback on your experiences and how you see content creation and production in these upcoming years and in your present time. Till then, we remain a press forward.